Why, hello there, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Let me know on my 5 by 5 or 6 by 6 or 10 by 10. I don't really know. Earlier on today, a couple hours ago, Stephen Stimbolia to a Law, which you should definitely check out, did a story on this. So I wanted to wait a couple hours before I did mine. I have an article on MLN.com coming about it tomorrow, but this is kind of a big deal. What if I was to tell you that the ATF has now weighed in on the Hoffman versus Rare Breed case, and they are joining Rare Breed because public safety. Yes, you heard me right. Public safety. Basically, Rare Breed triggers entered into agreement with the ATF to defend their patents, and the ATF is going ahead and backing them up on this for public safety. Basically, they hate FRTs and they want to do everything to curtail the transmission of FRTs into the wild. So this was filed today in district court, federal district court, and it's called it's called a statement of interest, and it was filed by the ATF. And what they are doing is trying to intervene because, according to the ATF, they have a strong interest in discouraging unregulated manufacture of force reset triggers. Now, let me go ahead and repeat that: unregulated manufacturing of force reset triggers. Force reset triggers are not regulated because they're just not regulated. There's no way to regulate the manufacturer of force reset triggers because it is not a regulated item. So the statement that they made there is kind of ridiculous. They're arguing that enjoining Tim Hoffman from making available the super safety would advance public safety and support the agency's broader efforts to limit the proliferation of FRTs. Now, let's go ahead and talk about FRTs. FRTs are not machine gun conversion devices, even though the ATF wants to pretend like they're not. They entered an agreement that agreed that FRTs are not machine gun conversion devices. Yet the government here, the ATF, is joining Rare Breed in trying to stop Tim Hoffman from proliferating his super safety designs, which are still available everywhere. You don't have to get it from Tim Hoffman. You can get it from everywhere. You can buy an Atrius trigger. You can buy a AF Designs trigger. You can buy any of these super safeties all over, all over. They highlight this settlement as their way of trying to curtail the the giving away and the spread of force reset triggers by awarding Rare Breed with a monopoly. Um, I'm going to read you a paragraph from my article that's coming out tomorrow. This settlement is worth examining closely. After the Supreme Court 2424 decision in Garland versus Cardell struck down the ATF's bump stock rule, the agency's legal position on rapid fire devices like the FRTs became precarious. Facing multiple adverse react rulings, the ATF chose to settle its civil enforcement action against Rare Breed. In exchange for dropping the lawsuit, Rare Breed agreed not to design FRTs for handguns. Critically, to take all responsible efforts and enforce its patents and seek injunctions against anyone distributing FRTs. In essence, the government outsourced part of its regulatory agenda to a private company, turning the former enforcement target into an ally. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. I'm going to read you some more from my article tomorrow. Now, when small inventors like Timothy Hoffman independently develop and shares a competing design, the federal government steps in not to prosecute him criminally, but to lend its considerable weight to a corporate plaintiff seeking to shut him down. This is deeply troubling for several reasons. The first, it represents an unusual and arguably improper use of the government's power in a purely private patent dispute. The ATF openly admits it is not taking a position on whether Hoffman is actually infringing on the patents or on other factors required for injunction. Its sole contribution is to argue that the public interest factors should be weighed heavily in favor of rare breed because stopping Hoffman supposedly advances public safety. Yet the ATF provides no evidence, no criminal statistics, no incident reports linking 3D printed FRTs or Hoffman's specific design to criminals' misuse. The agency's concern appears to be purely prophetic. It simply does not like the idea of unregulated rapid fire technology existing outside its preferred channels. What do you guys think about that? That's what I wrote. That's coming out tomorrow. Secondly, the intervention sends a chilling message to independent vendors and the open source firearms community. Hoffman is not alleged to be selling complete triggers commercially on a large scale. Rather, the complaint centers on his decisions to release printable files for free. This is a common practice among hobbyists who believe the firearms technology should be accessible to law abiding citizens for self fabrication. By siding with Rareberry, the government is effectively endorsing the use of patent law as a tool to suppress non commercial sharing of technical information, an outcome that feels more akin to censorship than public safety enforcement. And now let me go into my third reason. The government's position is inconsistent with recent judicial trends. Post Cargill, several courts have ruled that force reset triggers do not meet the statutory definition of a machine gun because they still require a separate trigger pull for each shot. While the circuits are split, the Northern District of Texas and the Southern District of Texas have both held that FRTs are not machine guns. The ATF's own settlement with Rare Breed explicitly acknowledges the weakness of its prior legal stance. Yet the agency now seeks to achieve indirectly through private litigation what it cannot accomplish through direct regulation. So that is my take on the whole thing. I think that they are using Rare Breed to go after Tim and everyone else making super safeties just because they don't like super safeties. They cannot win in court. So they are using a private organization to attack the super safeties and every other force reset trigger. I feel that they believe that they can control Rare Breed, and since they can control Rare Breed with their stupid requirements like not making it for handguns, that they believe that they have the right to do whatever they want, which is insane. So, this is absolutely ridiculous, and I think it shows you exactly where this is going and exactly why the government entered into that agreement with Rare Breed. They are looking at the devil that you know more than the devil that you don't know. They also probably think they can control Rare Breed more than any other company out there. So they probably went with that as well. That's just what I think. It is very disturbing. Also, yep, you're right. So NAGR does support Rare Breed. They made that clear. They filed a statement on behalf of Rare Breed in one of the cases, the Atrius Trigger case. So you're right. Mama Hoffman out there. I can't put my finger on this, but what the DOJ is doing is illegal, either under the Sherman Act or something else. I absolutely agree. What this is doing is saying that the government can put the thumb on anything and win. So we'll have to see exactly what is going on. Not going to comment on any of that, but stay tuned. We are definitely going to see what exactly happens here, but the ATF is wrong in this, and this is dumb, very dumb, and for the most transparent and most pro 2A government ever, this is not 2A compared to what I think. Dark, I would love to have you on if you want to join. Let me know. If not, I'm going to wrap it up because I want to get some other people's opinions. You know what I'll do? Let's go ahead and do this. Oh, never mind. I got Flying Rich on.
Crumpy Crump Crump Crump.
Yeah, it's just what we were talking about earlier with the rare what Steven was talking about.
Hey, it's funny. I was just reading up on some things about the case. Do you want to send Night Strike a link?
Yeah, go ahead and send a link.
Okay. Let's see. I'll do
Night Strike's going to join us. He has very strong opinions on this. So Rich is going to send you the link. Night Strike. Night Strike runs GunTube.net, and he also has a bunch of like pro 2A hosting. So if you're looking for a pro 2A hosting site, Night Strike is the person to go to.
Okay, I sent it to him by text.
Yeah, so Night Strike text your texting. Come on. So what do you think about this, Rich?
I think a lot of it is schizophrenic. There's a lot of parts where the government says one thing and then does another thing, or now they're saying machine guns when they said they weren't machine guns.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, they know they're not going to win.
Also, if an FRT is not a machine gun, why is it not okay in a handgun then?
What do you want here? John, please, what? I'm not really sure. Night Strike is on. What's up, Night Strike?
Hey, John. Hey, Rich. Yeah. I'm actually into this way deeper than well, probably as deep as you are, John, but on the opposite end. Because I know a lot of the companies that are getting sued right now. I actually know them, and I'm actually doing business myself.
Okay.
So, yeah, and I've shown Steven Stamboli about the whole Twin Bros crap, because I got some of their stuff at the beginning when they started making them, and it wasn't their design, because their design had Hoffman Tactical logo right on the side of them. They were marketing emails with the super safety with the HT on the super safeties. It's not like they just say, "Oh, Cameron Smith said, oh, I just came up with this. This is my design." Well, if it was your design, why do you have somebody else's logo on it?
I mean, that I'll say right now, Cameron Smith is full of shit if he says he designed the super safety.
I've got emails from 21 of his company trying to get people to buy from him that have the Hoffman Tactical logo on it. So if he came up with it, why is he using somebody else's logo? Right?
Hoffman was just so clever in stealing the design from him.
Right. I believe you, in air quotes.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
And the thing about some of these new FRTs that have come out, like you've got the super safety, and then you've got the super selector from Atrius, you've got the arc fire from AS, and then you've also got the one that a lot of people, including myself, are making. You have the Kabuto. the psycho safety. It works in a different it does have a frame, but it doesn't have a trigger pack. It's basically like the super safety where it allows you to go and push the trigger down
Join on.
to force a reset instead of trying to do it via the safety. It's very interesting.
Yeah, grandfathering in Virginia have been stripped in Virginia. Yes, the bill has stripped grandfathering.
Yeah, I saw that Virginia is hosed.
Yeah, we did a whole thing on it. But yeah, let's get back to here because I think this is ridiculous, and the government to step in is.
And with the government, didn't they break up like AT&T back in the 80s because of a monopoly? So when did monopolies suddenly become okay? Is 40 years enough time for monopolies to be okay from the government?
Well, AT&T's back together basically, so yeah. But one of the things that I did find really interesting is that the one thing I did find really interesting is that the government in their brief, if you read the whole brief, which I have, it says nothing about like any type of crime. They didn't point to anything. They're saying this was public safety, but yet we have no evidence of anything that they're talking about.
Yeah, it's and again, if it's safe in a rifle, why is it not safe in a pistol?
Well, they want to make sure that because super safety is superior to the FRT 15, in my opinion, and it's also a hell of a lot cheaper. It's more. It's
also brilliant because there's two moving parts.
Yeah, it's less pronage to break. So it's just a superior design.
So Cameron, Twin Bros, thumbs up to you on that design. You guys are freaking brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant, like being hit in the head with a rock.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's ridiculous.
It is, and I hate to say it, but as Mama Hoffman said, doesn't it violate the Sherman Act?
I mean, the government always plays favorites with monopolies.
And I thought Trump was supposed to get rid of all the DOJs that were anti-2A.
This is definitely anti-2A.
Because I'm pretty sure that's antithetical to what his administration was supposed to be.
I'm going to blame Leiter. I think this is Robert Leiter. He does not like force reset triggers.
Here's the thing. Didn't they fire a bunch of people at the ATF for being anti-gun?
Yeah, they did. But Leiter is like their chief counsel, and I know he does not like force reset triggers.
Is this a situation where we need to go and talk to the president and have him force a witch hunt in the DOJ and the ATF to get rid of the people that are not doing what he says? Because it sounds like they're going against what the president wants.
I wish Crump would look into the camera so I could see his eyes when Mike says that.
I know. I'm sorry. It's just he ran on that platform, and we have to deal with this. But again, I hate we have to deal with this, but it's better than the Biden administration.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's really ridiculous.
Oh gosh, Lightning Scott. At least Pam Bondi is pro 2A.
The lady who
supported
there was some rumors about someone getting drunk at SHOT Show. I'm going to tell you who that was.
Wait, somebody got drunk at SHOT Show?
Well, the rumor is Harmeet Dillon got really messed up at SHOT Show.
Crump, why didn't you call me?
I wasn't there.
That I would have wanted to see.
Oh, did you see that flattering picture of DeMonico and Lulu? Have you seen?
Beluga? Did you
have
say
you-
beluga?
Have you seen the memes
Yes.
on Facebook? Oh my God, they've taken the rear end and just like exploded it. The memes are glorious.
And Nick is saying, "Don't put my comments on screen, please." Oh,
Yeah.
Crump, did we say hello to our guy?
Oh no, hi. Don't say
Hi.
anything else besides that. Don't say
Who
anything.
got shanked at SHOT Show?
Some
Not
guy
us.
was fighting with his brother over a girl. But
And the gravy seals in white shirts did nothing.
Mm.
The security walking around, they're just walking in circles while everybody else dove in and helped the guy. So the 3D printing guys were right there. I think a German medic was the first one on the scene, wrapping a T-shirt around his arm and using it as a tourniquet. And the 3D printing guys jumped out, and they had an actual tourniquet and got the guy stabilized.
Yep.
Took a knife to a gun show.
Yeah. They took a knife to a gun show. They're not that
Well,
smart.
they actually, I don't believe they were at SHOT Show, and this was in the Venetian. It wasn't at the show.
Oh, okay, all right, that makes more sense.
And it wasn't a DK knife, not that I know of.
Thank God. Otherwise, they'd be banning DK knives.
Right.
All right. Well, we're gonna get going here. Just wanted to let everyone know exactly what is going on.
Thanks for letting me jump in.
All right. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.